I currently earn between $1,000 and $4,000 per hour delivering AI workshops to businesses. If you are an AI enthusiast, a consultant, a workshop facilitator, or just somebody who is interested in earning more in 1 hour than previously you would in a month, then I have something to talk to you about. Using my AI workshop kit, you can very quickly become the go-to trainer for your particular industry. I'll come back to the details of the actual kit in a moment, because right now you're probably thinking there's no way you can charge $1,000 or $4,000 per hour for this kind of work. Nobody's going to pay that. This is exactly what I thought when I started to deliver these kind of workshops. In fact, I just kept raising my prices and people kept saying yes, and I was genuinely surprised. Not only would companies pay, they'd also pay extremely quickly. It's probably the fastest sales cycle that I've seen in my 15 years plus of business. Plus, it also came with perks. So this year I've been able to travel around the world giving workshops. I've been to Geneva, I was over in Amsterdam giving a workshop to 150 people for a $17 billion tech company, and I'm off to Las Vegas shortly to teach 400 people at one of the top 10 largest conferences on earth. And I'm still getting more inquiries now than I know what to do with. This told me that there is demand, huge demand, and this kind of makes sense. AI right now is the biggest thing that all companies on earth are thinking about. There's a huge demand for this kind of information and education, and a relative dearth of high quality trainers who know their industry and can go and teach these companies. This is why I created the AI workshop kit, to meet this demand head on. Now I'm going to give you exactly what you need in order to start to give highly paid AI workshops to companies. You won't just be giving AI workshops though. At the same time, you're going to be cementing your image and your brand as one of the top experts within your industry. You're also going to be opening the door for advisory, consultation, and implementation work. And you're going to be at the forefront of everything that's AI within your particular industry. And all of this whilst getting paid what most people earn in a month, but in a single hour. Imagine that you have access to all of my workshop material that has been tried and tested in the field with real clients. I've also given you a system to help you find your first, second, and third paying client, and given you plug and play business assets to help you along the journey. Would you be interested? Absolutely, I'm sure that you have questions like, what exactly is the AI workshop kit? How does it work? How much does it cost? Do I need to be an AI expert? Do I need to be a great public speaker? All fantastic and important questions, and I'm going to try and answer them here in the video and on this page, so make sure you take time to read it. Okay, so first up, what exactly is the AI workshop kit? The workshop kit gives you a license to go and deliver my material to your clients. Included in this is the ability to go and teach my 3-hour, that's my half-day workshop, my 2-hour, my 1.5-hour, and my 1-hour workshop. These are the exact workshops that I go and deliver to corporations at a minimum of $1,000 per hour. They've been field tested, they've been kept up to date, and they are plug and play so that you're able to customize them to the particular needs of your client. If you've ever built your own workshops before, you'll know that they take hundreds of hours to really get together and then to refine by working with actual clients. What we're doing here is I'm giving you a shortcut so you can skip all of that work, all of that preparation, and be safe and confident in the knowledge that this is material that works, because it has again and again. That might make it sound simple, but it kind of is. I've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you. That's why I'm licensing out this material now. I've confirmed market demand for this type of AI workshop and then built and live tested with real clients, and now I'm making it all available to you. We've already had over 100 people come through the program and start to deliver workshops. There are many stories on this page, but let me highlight a few quickly. Joshua, for example, is a digital marketer who is pivoting more into AI for marketing. Within 3 days of licensing the material, Joshua was in a room giving the 1-hour workshop, and at that workshop he secured an additional $2,000 worth of revenue. Danny, whose initial goal was not actually to make money, but instead to learn how to teach artificial intelligence, actually ended up almost immediately getting 4 upfront paying clients. And Danny actually went on to organize the Grow with AI Summit, at which I was a speaker, so thank you, Danny. Tiffany is a career coach who delivered her first workshop to accountants and lawyers. Michael secured his first workshop within the organization that he already works at, so he effectively became the internal AI champion. Ross is a lot like me. He's kind of introverted. He likes to be behind the scenes, an accountant by training, but he went ahead and he delivered his first workshops. He's delivered a half-day 3-hour workshop to 30 attendees, and the 1.5-hour workshop to over 50 students at a London university. And the biggest takeaway for him was the ability to be able to present this kind of information to such a large audience. One more example is Fran, who, despite having no social media following and feeling a bit overwhelmed by it all, managed to deliver her first workshop within a month. And one final example, Mark, who is an educator in his own right, who was able to start taking bookings whilst he was on holiday because he knew that all the workshop material had already been dealt with and he didn't have to build it all from scratch. And here's the thing, I know that you can also go out and transform your industry by delivering these AI workshops, and I would love for you to be one of these success stories in a future video. And I'm confident that you can. Now, how can I be so confident about this? It's because instead of just giving you the materials and saying, off you go, good luck, we are also giving you all of the education and the community required to get you to where you need to go. We're going to be walking through how exactly you find hungry clients who want these AI workshops, how that you close them and what the sales process is, how you start to tailor the workshops for their specific requirements so it feels entirely custom for them, and then how to actually go in and confidently facilitate a workshop with your client, followed by how we escalate that relationship into further work and further revenues for your business. You're going to get this through, yes, the licensed materials, which is going to save you a huge amount of time preparing your own, but also through plug and play business assets, which are just going to make the business more streamlined. So we're talking things like pitch documentation, we're talking checklists for your discovery call, and the exact surveys that I send out to clients before delivering a workshop. As well as this, there is a structured curriculum that's going to walk you step by step through what you should be doing to build out your workshop business, and a sprint that we're going to be doing to get you your first clients. Plus, you get to do all of this within a community of existing license holders and your cohort. We're going to be there to celebrate as you win and to help you through any barriers and blocks that you might encounter. I'm assuming at this point you are still interested because you are still watching at over 6 minutes, so let's get into a few more of the details that are really important. First of all, this is a biggie. The licenses are exclusive and they are first come, first served. Let's imagine that you want the license for the marketing industry within the state of Colorado. You don't necessarily want another 5-10 people with that same license, that same material competing against you, and nor do we. Because of this, licenses are spread out over geography and industry to make sure that nobody's stepping on each other's toes. For this reason, if there is a specific combination of industry and geography that you're looking for, it's best to move fast before it gets taken. Next important note, how do we price your particular license? Now, it is priced on application, so once you go through the application process, we will get back to you with the exact price. And this is going to depend on your industry and your geography. But the way we are doing it is to make sure that you can recoup your investment within 1 or 2 workshops maximum. And unlike most education licensing companies, we do not charge a royalty. Most companies will charge you every single time you go and give a workshop. They'll take a small cut. We don't want to do that to you. We don't limit how many workshops you do. We don't limit how many attendees at that workshop. If you have more workshops and more attendees, you will make more money, and we're happy with that. In fact, we're always trying to work out ways to make your ROI as high as possible. That's why we've added the ability for you to work with our implementation team. What tends to happen when you give an AI workshop to a company is that you become the go-to person for implementation work. They have warm and fuzzies about how great the educational workshop was, so when it comes for them to build a project, you are naturally going to be the first person they talk to. This opens up very chunky revenue streams. We're talking tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for AI implementation. However, you may not feel yourself technically able to take on this work. So what we're going to be doing is opening up access to our implementation team. This means that you will get paid to run the workshop, and then you will get paid on the back end for the implementation work, which allows you to continue to get paid without being a technical AI expert yourself. Okay, final point, and then go and check out the rest of the page. This is a cohort-based experience. That means we all start at the same time. Over the 4 weeks, you're going to be given everything you need to go and find clients, make sales, deliver the workshops, and build a business off the back of this. This includes live office hours with me where you can ask me anything. It's going to include challenges to help you build and maintain momentum. And if required, there's the opportunity to have mini consultations with myself as well as my coaching team. So, if this sounds good to you, I'd like you to go ahead and read the rest of this page. I know it's long, there's a lot of detail, but it's well worth the read. And when you know that it is right for you, go ahead and apply. Please make sure that you take the time to fill out the application form properly, because we need to make sure that this is the right fit for you. So go ahead, read the page, fill out the application, and we'll see you on the inside.